Who's good at being music player, rocker? No, Scott! Scott Brownson is good at playing music, rocker, player, guitar.
Okay, so we're gonna go to a CD signing at a bookstore, and those are hilarious because usually people don't come.
He spends more time on his phone than anybody I've ever seen, and half of it is text messaging.
18 I've received today.
Do you know that you can use those to actually talk to the person, though?
We're supposed to sound check like 2 hours ago.
We have been so frustrated with the sound on this tour.
I don't want to be in front of people anymore. I just want to be home.
Someone in there.
Every day seems to feel the same. So come on, let's ride the subway past the station now. It's a long way down for me to lay here at your feet. And I'm a self-made man, knock me down. It's a long way down for me to lay here at your feet. 'Cause I'm a self-made man, knock me down. 'Cause it's over. I ran too far away. I'm stepping off the ledge of my intentions. Yeah. So hold me now and bathe me in your grace. 'Cause I throw my hands up high in desperation. Lord, yeah, yeah. 'Cause it's a long way down for me to lay here at your feet. I'm a self-made man, not
Scott had this dream again about kind of along the lines of me just quitting randomly or whatever. But we were driving kind of by the metro, and he went this way and I went this way or whatever, and then he had a scanner with him in the car, and he like found out that I was smuggling cigarettes, which doesn't make any sense because you can't really smuggle cigarettes because they're legal, you know.
They're legal.
And so I got in all this trouble, and he woke up and he was just really disappointed in me and everything. And like I was talking about my uncle who has the hookup and
Everybody
who
look
can
at
get us
Joey's
like,
picture.
oh. Now my uncle can get us like 100 cigarettes, easy and all that stuff.
Dude, is it true, Kenny?
Oh, I'm sure he could.
He hooked
man.
me up.
Totally.
We travel a lot in the band, and we basically, what that means is we sit a lot in the van. And, you know, I feel like I'm a pretty active guy, being Sporty Spice and all. And so I get a lot of energy built up over those long hours in the van. And, you know, when we finally get out of the van, there's got to be some release for all that energy. And, you know, sometimes it's throwing the football or frisbee. Sometimes it comes out in a wrestling match. And me and James got into it one day. And unfortunately, I didn't realize the floor was concrete.
Get lively. Get up, okay. Oh, yeah! You did good, man. Good job. I didn't know you were such a force. So resilient. I didn't want to hurt your arms. You look like... Are you okay? I was told there was 2 large bins in here. Are you serious?
This is a totally cement floor, and I hit my knee right on it.
You okay?
Oh, God, that's gonna bruise it. It's gonna bruise my kneecap for sure. I have to get a brace. I'm just gonna lay here. And so, I think what happened is I tried to give James a super burrito, and I landed on my knee, and it bruised it pretty bad. I think for a couple days my knee was sore to the touch, and I was disabled.
One more?
Better not.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the show must go on, and I just had to suck it up and move like I normally do every day on stage, and that's just part of show business. I got an update on the knee. Remember when I hurt my knee out there? I checked it out, got kind of a big old red welt, and it's pretty sore. It's nothing that's going to hinder me. I think it'll be healed tomorrow probably. Might put some ice on it just to be okay, or just to be safe, you know. No big deal. I don't want you guys to worry about it, but I appreciate your concern. You know, thanks a lot. I mean, I haven't spent a lot of time in a wheelchair, but I think I'm pretty good at it because I worked for United Airlines, and they had, you know, wheelchairs that they would get people off the plane with. And what I did is unloaded the baggage and then cleaned the planes. But there was an hour before the plane got in that we just kind of sat around and did nothing. So I got really good at wheelchairing, and I actually got to the point where I could get myself rocking back on the wheelchair and sort of just stay there. And I got sort of like a bicycle where I could just stay there for hours, and I was really comfortable.
I don't know. My first thought was making up a story about how Josh likes to beat up people in wheelchairs.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Make up a story, that's fine.
And Josh was kind of having a down day. And Josh, we always want to keep his spirits up, you know. So when he was like in junior high and high school, one of the kids he went to school with was in a wheelchair. And Josh didn't like him very much. So what Josh would do would throw stuff at the kid, like staplers.
Somehow, whenever he saw somebody in a wheelchair, he'd throw balls at them.
And it always kind of put a smile on his face, you know. So, you know, it was before a show, and we always want to do our best, you know, and we want to be in a good mood for the stage. So we were like, all right, we're going to put Jovi in the wheelchair, you know.
I was doing that, and all of a sudden I looked over, and Josh got this really aggressive look in his eye, which I had never seen before because he's not aggressive. And he just started chucking balls at me, and it threw my balance off a little bit. But since I had such experience in the wheelchair and in the rocking, I was able to maintain my balance.
And so that way Josh could, you know, once again just chuck stuff at the kid in the wheelchair, you know, to make him feel better about himself. And we went out and did a killer show.
Can they cut that?
He promised us he wouldn't do it again, but I think he's backsliding.
Just kidding.
Yeah, that's good.
I was kidding about the staplers. Josh doesn't throw staplers.
If that gets on there, he's just a really great guy. Like, he's just one of those guys you can count on, just like everybody else. So, he's hilarious, and he can make fun of himself, and he's one of those guys that's always laughing about something. So, I think that, unfortunately for him, people like to joke around with him. But there's not really that much you can make fun of him for. But I don't know. He's a good guy. He's great.
Yes, Spokane, the smallest but the greatest crowd. They gave us so much energy. I'm going to sit there in my interview and I'm going to say.
Sometimes I feel like if nobody shows up for a show or things are going wrong, I get really embarrassed and I'm getting stuck in front and everybody else in the band starts hiding behind their instruments, which is not fair. So I decided that at that point I kind of gave up and just decided that maybe to end the show I should jump off my amp and not catch myself, just because that would be really weird.
I don't know why I did it, but you'll never forget it. All right, everybody take a seat real quick for me. Ouch!
And I regretted that decision immediately because the stage was very hard and carpeted, and the carpet may have been made out of grinded up razor blades. I'm not exactly sure, but anyways, I really got scuffed up and it hurt really bad, and I regretted it. But it's funny to watch. And that's all that really matters, I guess. But
So you want to see my injury? I jumped off the amp. I just decided to just fall instead of land. And that was from the carpet.
Yeah, the carpet. It's sharp, rough stuff.
I think that the kids who were at the show are confused, but that's kind of funny.
Wait, did you see my injury? It's from the carpet. Jumping 195 pounds.
Trying to be Superman.
I can play. I can fly. Hi.
What's your name of your band?
We're filming.
This started probably a month ago, that people started offering me money for ties that I was wearing and stuff.
You want to do a documentary for buying my jacket? Okay, show $50 for my jacket. Best offer.
Dude, Lee's gonna be in a dog
Here, hold it out there. Well, you guys all get in there too.
We're Lee's friends. We're Lee's friends. Yeah.
There's a common misconception that we make a lot of money doing this, and we don't. How we make ends meet is by finding stuff on the side to do. Scott somehow has this amazing knack and ability for selling his clothing after the shows. He gets up there and puts on this performance, and what he's wearing after the show becomes a novelty item and he can sell them for a premium price.
And basically everything I own is from Goodwill, and because it's all I can afford, and so I always get stuff for like, you know, a couple bucks.
So I buy milk for my kid.
And I had a jacket that I bought for $5, and I seriously didn't really want to sell it, so I told this girl I'd sell it for $50 because I wouldn't ever dream that would happen. And so I sold it to her, and I signed the inside.
Anyway, this girl offered him $50 for a jacket that he was wearing on stage, and of course he took it because it was a thrift store jacket he bought for $5, I think. I thought, hey, like, you know, the money sign cha-ching goes off in my head, and I said, I got this great tie, and it's like, why not give it a shot?
This tie, $15. The lead singer and the guitarist tie. $15.
Purple tie?
No, this is all I got.
Wrong color today.
Next
Wrong
time
color.
you come, I will. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'll buy a purple tie for me. I will. I will.
I'll bring one
I'll buy a
special for
jumpsuit.
I don't know what it is about me, maybe it's the way I move on stage, but my clothing is not a novelty item after the show. And so I think I got offered $1, which was less than I paid. And so I'm pretty good at business, and that was not a good business deal for me.
I was surprised, dude.
I know, but I was like, I could lie to her and say it's not here, or I could just, I told her last time when she came back, I got to be mad at my word.
Good job. Good job.
Scott and Josh coach me a little bit in what I wear, and I think I'm getting better at it. My wife, she helps me out too.
So you be nice to her.
Who's that?
Thanks a lot, Scott. It's $5 to my pocket. It's on the merch sales.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah! Booyah! Sweet, $5 on the round. That's lunch.
And that's kind of weird as it is. But then the thing is that either she did this or somebody else saw me sell it, because a couple of days later, someone emailed and said, posing as this girl, and said that they found $400 in the jacket, a coat pocket. First of all, there's no way, unless that was band merch money or something over like a year's worth of time, but there's no way I ever had $400 in that jacket, but I still freaked out and emailed and stuff, because maybe that would just happen from Goodwill, but I specifically remember checking the coat jacket pockets, every one of them, before they left. So if that happened and you see this, please send it back to me, because I would love to have that money back. And I mean, the jacket is just cool enough. I mean, you don't need the jacket and the $400.
You're gonna take a hit to the way you've been thinking.
James is the craziest paradox of personality that I've ever seen, because he's one of those unmotivated geniuses. It's very strange. His brain works too easily for him, but he doesn't really desire to apply it except for just to warp his perspective on the world. You can't track him. Nobody moves slower than James, but quicker. So everything he does is like two opposites. He will appear somewhere else, but you'll never see him actually move there. And I've seen him run a few times in his life, but mainly he saunters. The bottom line is that you can't be more creative than James, and he can crank out totally crazy stories and lyrics, and he's a really creative drummer, and lots of fun.
Oh, I totally just, I just get up really early and I like just go walking and I like build cabins and stuff. And I'll skip rocks across ponds like you wouldn't believe. And I'm just like I have so much camouflage back home. Like I wear it all
Paul
the time.
Bunyan look like a wuss.
Totally. I'll cut down a tree. I don't know how to respond to that. You're calling me fat. Oh. Hey, you want a raise?
Yeah?
Okay. Where do we go into? The stop here on red?
Or the bucket. Go on the bucket.
The bucket? The first bucket? Hold on a second. You gotta stretch.
Mark.
We're stretching!
Stretching.
Yeah, we're stretching.
24, you shouldn't have to stretch.
Oh, which bucket are we going to?
We're going to the bucket by the red light.
All the way up there? So I got a hurdle from that thing? Yeah. I'm hurdling, okay.
You gotta jump really good.
You guys look out for the erosion.
All the time. Boys will find something.
You guys, that's where they filmed Land of the Lost intro.
That's it.
Filled it with water and put a Barbie doll. Look out!
Should have remembered the rocks. It's gonna bounce and hit his shin and hurt like a mother.
Dude, like bigger rocks, man.
Look at the erosion. You're causing erosion, I'm telling. I'm telling the environmentalists.
Move the rock. Shooting, I'm trying to get as close as I can. Okay.
That's why you tidy lines.
What are you tidy lines?
Don't wreck the riddle!
Did it? Yeah, a little chip.
Closer!
What?
It's a huge dent on your door.
Extra pork for that.
Rock chips.
Montana's there's not a lot going on up there. I mean, it's beautiful and it's a lot of outdoor activity, but you can drive for hours and literally not see a gas station or anything. And when you're traveling with a big group of people, you have to stop a lot because not everybody's on the same schedule as far as relieving themselves and whatnot. So we're in the middle of Glacier National Park and somebody had to go. And so we just had to pull over on the side of the road. Well, we try to maximize our stops and have a little fun. So everybody ended up getting out of the van, and there happened to be this, this frozen waterfall up on the side of the mountain. And so we were like, that looks great just to slide down. I mean, how much more fun can it get? And so we all climbed to the top of the waterfall and started sliding down. And let me tell you, it's not as easy as it looks because there are a lot of jagged edges, a lot of bumps. You can't it's not like you're on a snowboard. So anyway, we all took turns and we'd slide down that thing, and it was really a trick not to fall.
Fucking Misty 540 backflip. These girls, they're gonna squat. What? Ow! Are you okay? I'm up, I'm up! There's a couple dang in the device that you don't want to land on.
Well, Josh and Scott got the right idea of going down tandem together at the same time, which is, I mean, disaster. Disaster waiting to happen. And, of course, they made it quite far, but they ended up falling. Scott, I think, you know, cut his hand. He was sort of bloody from that point. Josh, I think, hurt his knee or some, I don't know what he hurt, but I remember him complaining about something after that.
Bruising. Cut like the ice. Cut by the ice. I'm gonna have to go home now.
Overall, a great experience. I personally recommend everybody to slide down a frozen waterfall if you get the chance.